Hello, fourth graders. This is Mrs. Fernandi. Welcome back to week 5 of spelling. And we will go ahead and start this week with a brand new subject. We are going to talk about an important sound in the English language called the schwa. Oh, and see where we are right now instead at the very end. All right, so let's start at the beginning. This is what a schwa, if everybody at home can just say this word, schwa, it's spelled S-C-H-W-A, what an unusual word. And a schwa is an upside down E if you look right here. So remember, this is when we put the dot there to divide our syllables, to show our syllable boundary, pilot. If you listen to that word carefully, you hear that open syllable at the beginning, pi, and that kind of gives us the clue that we're going to spell it with a long I, just the I, and let. We don't say pilot like ah, the short O sound. We say this funny sound, like sort of a lazy vowel sound. Schwa, that is the schwa. And we show that when we show our spelling, we see the long I here, and we see the schwa here, letting us know that we say pilot with a schwa sound in the second syllable. So let's go back to those syllable boundaries for a few minutes. Kitchen, kitchen. We say the word by syllables. We spell the word by syllables. Kit, K-I-T, chen, C-H-E-N. And then we place a dot to show the boundary if it helps you. Same with organize, 3 syllables. Organize, organize. So we have O-R. Gun is actually a schwa, G-A-N. The A is made, the schwa is spelled with an A in this case. Eyes, I-Z-E, to make that long I sound. So we're just remembering that. Also, remembering just open syllables. When we hear a long vowel sound at the end of a syllable, it is usually spelled with the long vowel letter itself. So B, B-E, cuz, because. Spider, spy, S-P-I, is that first syllable. That's that long I sound spelled with an I. Fever, again, open syllables. It's important to hear an open syllable so you know that probably you're going to spell it with a long sound. Music, M-U, long U sound is spelled there at that open syllable. And then, of course, the closed syllables, they contain a short vowel that ends with 1 or more consonants. So it's closed and it's like protecting a small short vowel. And we hear that in rabbit, rab. We know that rabbit has 2 B's because one of them, the job of one of them is to close the A and to help it say its short sound. Rabbit, 2 short syllables made with 2 short vowels. Velvet, velvet, both of those short syllables closed up with a consonant. Dentist, den, de, short E sound, closed up with the N, tist, closed up with the ST, that short I sound. And comet, comet, ka-ah, like the cat is on the chair, that's that short O sound. Et, closed up with the T, it doesn't even have to have a consonant before it to be a closed syllable. Et is a short syllable. It's closed up with our consonant T. All right, here are this week's words. He came in second in the foot race. 2 closed syllables. The schwa is spelled with an O. You can see that I'm going to bold the schwa in writing it in the sentence, and that's to show you where the schwa sound is. Second, That schwa is that lazy vowel sound. We use it all the time in English. The trick is we have to remember which letter to spell it with. So in the case of second, the sound is spelled with the letter O. Ago. I want you to think, where is that schwa? I got my first library card 2 years ago. Is clearly not the sound that we think about with a short A sound. It's the schwa. So we're going to use the A to spell in the first syllable, the schwa. Upon, once upon a time is the beginning of most fairy tales. Again, the schwa in the first syllable spelled U. Moment, the lights went out for just a moment during the storm. Schwa is in the second syllable, spelled E. Some people say this word moment with a really true short E, and some people say it with a schwa. So sometimes you can say a word a little bit more clearly so you can guess which letter to spell, and that's the case with this one. open. The store will open at 10 o'clock. Schwa is in the second syllable, spelled E. Again, open. Some people say pen, some people say open. Open. You can hear the difference there. The schwa is spelled with the letter E. 100 monarch butterflies were clustered on a branch. 100. 50 is an even number. The second syllable is a schwa spelled with an E, even. Most people say even, some people say even, right? So if you say even, but you know that some people say even, it could help you know which letter to spell that schwa. Idea. Now that one we pretty much all say the schwa. It's in the third syllable and it's spelled with an A. Area. Our class met at the picnic area. Area is again a schwa in the third syllable spelled with the letter A. Let's all join in and sing together. It's a contraction of let us all sing together, and it's also homophone of let's. Let's meaning she lets me read my book every day. Splitting, we will be splitting up into two teams. Splitting is, split is the base word. We're going to double the T and add ing, follows all our rules. Chair, I sat in a comfortable chair to read my book. Afraid, some people are afraid of heights. Afraid, you can hear that schwa really clearly in afraid and ago, the first syllable spelled with an A. Again, there it is again. They want to see the movie again. The first syllable has a schwa and it's spelled with the letter A, again. Against, it was difficult to walk against the wind, the strong wind. The first syllable has the schwa, that short, sort of lazy sound of and we spell it with an A. That's all the schwa is, that sort of lazy sound that we make. Don't forget our memory steps. Read the word, say the syllables to help you spell, and then underlining the hard parts, cover the word say and write the word by syllables, and then of course, check. Okay, let's do a little bit of review. What I'd like to talk about, again, just very briefly, is the schwa. I want you to understand that a schwa, S-C-H-W-A, is just a lazy vowel sound. We hear it all the time in English, and we just want to know that it can be spelled with an A, a U, an I, an E. It can be spelled pretty much with all of the vowels. So that's why it's important to kind of listen out for a schwa. It is typically a short sound. So like the word second, that's the sound in second. That is made with an O. Okay. Let's change to a different color very briefly. I want to go over last week's some review words. So the first one is finish, fin-ish. We know fin is going to have a short I sound. It's a closed syllable with the N at the end of the syllable. So F-I-N, I'm going to put a dot there just to remind you. Ish is the second syllable, nice and easy, finish. The second one is public, public. Again, we have short vowel sound in the first syllable, followed by a short vowel sound in the second syllable, public. Two closed syllables, no long sounds there. The next one is plastic. We hear the syllable plas, short sound, tick. Now remember, T-I-C, when we have a two or more syllable word, we're going to use just the C, not the CK that we would normally use, like in duck or lick, that CK, because it's one syllable. This is more than one syllable, so we're going to just use the C at the end. Unless. Say the word to yourself in syllables and then spell it in syllables. We put that dot, less. And of course, we're going to use two S's there at the end of that. The next one is explain, explain. So we know this is super easy, X, and that's a prefix. Plain, we have to decide which long A sound. We know that it can't be A-Y-N because that's usually at the end of a syllable, or in middle syllable, or the end of a word. So we're going to use A-I. And the next one is prove. Please prove to me that you've learned how to spell this word, prove. It has the long oo sound, but we're going to spell it O consonant E. Now, the E is there also to keep the V from being the final letter in that word. Next word is expect, expect. We've got that prefix X, got the period, the dot there, pect, P-E. Can you hear the C? T, expect. I expect you to do your best. It's going to be a cool day. It is going to be a cool day. So it becomes it, apostrophe. The apostrophe takes the place of the letter I. Blood is our next one. Blood, You know what? That's a schwa sound made with a double O. That's the schwa, blood, right? The next one, the last one is hitting. So I'm going to think about my first my base word, hit. It has a short vowel followed by a consonant in one syllable word. I'm going to double the T before I add ing. Excellent. Alrighty, that's it for today. Thank you for your time and energy. See you next time.